That wind just picked up. I tried to arrange so that I wouldn't have to use the umbrella if I sat in the natural shade of the building, but the natural shade of the building disappears about now because the sun's kind of coming out that way. But I also can only stream for an hour or two because I've got I'm gonna go see the Barbie movie tonight, so I'm all in pink and I'm excited. So I haven't seen it yet. What's the plan for today? The plan for today is just a couple hours, like an hour or two. Quick, I've got to be out of my house. It's 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. I've got to be out of my house by 6, so like, yeah, an hour and a half kind of thing, probably. You're having a slow morning for now. I am good. How about yourself? I'm eating the, not even the leftovers, there's more, but the lasagna I made yesterday is so delicious. And then I'm going to show off later. I made these really good like creme brulee cookies. They turned out so nicely. So I'm going to have those for dessert in a bit here. Start the timer off because this is a short stream for sure. There we go. What are you working on? What are you up to? Are you just chilling? And I made my pink drink to match. But yeah, the sun's already like on my face, so maybe if I turn the whole setup kind of more diagonal, I can keep a little bit more out of the sun, which was the goal. This lasagna was what I made on stream yesterday, and it turned out really nicely, so I'm excited about it. It's like zucchini and ricotta and tomatoes, mozzarella, good stuff. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Productivity Pulse. Okay, what am I working on today? Oh my goodness. I made this lasagna like surprisingly spicy. I put this really good chili powder, and I'm used to chili powder not being very effective, and so I use a lot of it, but this stuff is really effective. So I always like kind of surprise myself, but it's good because I like spice. But I'm like, I don't know if I would have put that much in if I'd known, but it's like, oh, all right, this is fun. If I'd remembered how strong it was. Yeah, the wind's good because it's quite warm, so the wind keeps it like a nice temperature. It's blowing around over there, and I'm worried about my flowers back there. Also, they kind of turned sideways, which is weird, I feel. When I get up, I've got to remember to, like, spin them back around so they're facing the right way. Probably eating spinach to get stuck in your teeth. I forgot I didn't do a stream introduction yet. I'll put it on. I like how as soon as I remember I have to talk more, I get spinach stuck in my teeth. Okay. Anyways, I'm Natasha. Welcome in if you're new here. If you're returning, welcome back. We do lots of co-working streams as well as creative streams like art, fashion design, And things like we have writing club coming up on Monday tomorrow, as well as book club once a month, and just some other random stuff. So yeah, make sure you follow along if you like that kind of stream, and we'll get lots of work done together. Alright, I'm going to put this one on mute, and we're going to work for the next little period, and then we're going to do probably like a half period after that. Alright, we're back on break. How's everyone doing? From Eastern, Central, or Western Canada? I grew up in BC, near Vancouver on the island, but I also lived in Toronto for a while as well, so Eastern and Western Canada for me. Kurix is Israeli, but with a Russian mom. Oh, very cool. And she made you learn Katyusha on your bass. What is that? I don't know what that is. Tell me all about it. Alright, what time is it? It's 7:12. Okay, I need to be gone out of here in 45 minutes. So we're gonna set this for 15. And then we'll set it for another 15, and then another 15, and that'll be about when we're done, because I gotta actually pack everything away and do a raid and all that stuff, and I gotta be out of the house at 6 p.m. and it's 5:15 right now, so. It's a Russian song from World War II. Very cool. So which part of Canada? Like I said, BC, so Vancouver or Vancouver Island, if you know more detail. And then Toronto, over on the east. And then I was actually born in the prairies as well, but I didn't live there we moved when I was very young. You visited many times. Victoria's your favorite? Yes, Victoria's amazing. Where are you from? Yay, Canada! Yes. Never been to Eastern Canada, but someday. Yeah, Toronto's amazing. Quebec is wonderful, but you have to be in the right mind frame to do Quebec, because it can be a bit of like a mental struggle, because the people can be a little bit abrasive. I really like Quebec City, so if you do go to Quebec, I recommend Quebec City, and I recommend Toronto. You will have a good time in both of those places. And then Vancouver, I can always wholeheartedly recommend Vancouver, because you're going to have a great time in Vancouver. Victoria too, but no one goes to Victoria because it's so small. You're in the US, the Northwest. Very nice. Yeah, I love all the, like, Seattle and all that, so. You want to go to Lake Ontario? Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I miss the lake now because I got such beautiful sunsets with that lake. And that lake always provided beautiful sunsets. Through all the Great Lakes. And so now I miss them. Victoria had some good sunsets too. Ontario had really good ones. Just put a couple of my RPGs up on itch.io in excitement for the new Extra Life campaign that's happening next weekend. I'm going to be running a game and playing in a couple different tabletop RPGs over on Dork Tales. And it's all for charity, so make sure you guys check that out as well. You're working on starting your own Work With You stream. Any suggestions? And what are you munching on? Rainbow Sheep, it's so cute. Thank you for the follow. I made these cookies last night. They're creme brulee cookies. They're so good. They're just like, I don't know, it's like toasted sugar flavored cookies, right? So it's just like vanilla and sugar. But they're delicious. I'm super pleased. It's got like a cream cheese icing. Oh, I'm so happy with them. They turned out really nice. If anyone's interested in the recipe, let me know and I'll post it on the Discord. My recommendations for starting a co-working stream are: 1, make sure you have a timer mechanism. 2, that's it. Like it's so co-working streams, like you can just keep adding stuff as you go, but to get started you don't really need much more than a timer. I'm trying to think, and obviously I don't do this, but I'm trying, and the more regular your schedule is, the better people will find you. Or I guess the more people will find you and keep coming back. And I'm terrible at that, but I'm trying to have a regular schedule. What else is good to know for co-working? Don't worry too much about like having a really good camera or having a really good microphone. Like all that stuff helps, but it's not super crucial. Your schedule will be regular, you work from home from a travel company. Perfect, yeah. So if you have an easy schedule that you know you can do every day or a couple days a week, that makes a huge difference. For me, my schedule is, like, I work from home, but I don't work on a schedule from home. So it's super random for me. Your camera's a webcam? Yeah, like that's fine, right? And then like eventually you'll get to a point where if you like it, you'll want to invest in a better camera. But there's no point spending money on it until you decide if you even want to keep doing it. I think a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm going to be a streamer. And they like spend, you know, hundreds or thousands of dollars on equipment. And then like 6 months later, they're not doing it anymore. And it's like, well, that was kind of a waste of money. So yeah, I definitely say try it first with whatever equipment you got. And then upgrade once you decide you actually like it. You do crafting streams occasionally. Very cool. We'll give you a follow there. Give you a shout out. Kurix5011. If anyone else who's hanging out streams, let me know, because I always want to check out and, you know, hang out with other people who stream as well. So always let me know if you're a streamer too. Do you speak Russian? I do not speak Russian. My grandfather lost all of his Russian because he moved here as a child, like as a teenager, basically. So he didn't even speak Russian when I knew him. Yeah, Productivity Pulse. Do you have your stream going too? I'll give you a shout out too. Yeah, also figure out what you're doing for your music. I cross-post all my streams to YouTube, so I have to be super careful with copyright stuff. If you're only posting to Twitch and you don't save the videos, you can kind of play whatever you want. If you save the videos on Twitch or you save the videos on YouTube, or you repost them to YouTube, then you have to be really careful with copyrights. So just keep that in mind. Finding music is tough. And then you still get copyright strikes on Twitch. And you're like, nope, this song is not the song you think it is. Stop copyright dinging me. And then you have to go through this stupid little form. It's so annoying. So that's my annoyance. Activity Pulse. I think I spelled that right. Oh, you're starting any day now. Exciting. Yeah, lo-fi music. Yeah. Yeah, but again, like a lot of lo-fi music is actually copyright, right? Like if you post it to, like again, if you're just live streaming on Twitch, you can get away with a lot. You can play copyrighted music, period. Because they'll just mute it and replace. But I cross-post to YouTube, so I can't play any lo-fi that's copyright, and a lot of it is, even if you think it's just some random lo-fi mix from YouTube or the internet or whatever. Nope, it's copyrighted. YouTube will catch you on it. Correct, you do knitting and crochet, and you do art sometimes too. Ooh, very cool. We do art here. We try to do it every Wednesday. We did do it last Wednesday, so hopefully again next Wednesday. Yeah, AI music is mostly what I'm using right now. I use Mubert for my music. That's M-U-B-E-R-T. And they're pretty good. They don't, again, sometimes they still get copyright strikes where it's like, you were playing this song. I'm like, I was not playing that song. I wasn't playing anything even close to that song. Why do you think I was playing that song? But then you just fill out the stupid form on Twitch and then they let it go. Do I speak Italian? I am learning Italian. I'm very bad at Italian currently. But I've only been here for a couple months. So it's getting better. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Being artsy is good for the soul. I so agree. Like I said, I haven't had the most regular streaming schedule over the last couple months because I've been moving and my family was visiting for the entire month of July, so I don't think I streamed at all in July. And then I get all like antsy and weird and I'm like, why am I all antsy? And then I realize like, oh, I haven't painted or done any form of art or creative anything in like over a month. And it's like, well, that's why you're like all stressed and antsy. Just sit down and paint for an hour and you'll feel so much better. And then I do. And I'm like, oh, why didn't I do that every week like I'm supposed to? Your sister is Italian. Oh, very cool. Do you use Toucan browser extension? I don't. What does that help with? She officially became Italian last week. Oh, very cool. Okay, so she wasn't originally Italian and she got her citizenship. That's so cool. I mean, that's my goal. That's my goal, right? So I've just been hearing all these horror stories about getting Italian visas approved because my current visa is only good for 1 year and it's going to expire near the end of this year. And I need to get another one, right? You need to keep getting them. And I've been hearing all these horror stories about because you need to get a visa. I think it's 5 years to get like a permanent residency and then 10 years to get citizenship. Unless you get married to an Italian, which is also, a possibility. But you need to get a visa for 5 years straight in order to stay to get that residency. And it's like, why is this so difficult? So I don't know if it's going to be a problem or not. Yeah, it changes random words. That does sound useful. You speak Spanish, so Italian's a little easier. Yes. Spanish and Italian are nice to bounce off of each other. I was actually really surprised at how helpful French has been for Italian. Mostly in terms of not necessarily the same words, but like if something's weird in French, it'll also be weird in the same way in Italian. So like it won't be the same words, but it'll be a similar grammatical phrase, and then I can remember it because I remember that it's weird in French. So that helps. Are you going to buy a house for $1? So probably not. The $1 houses are $1 for a reason. And also, it's not just $1. You have to, buy the house, and then you have to, agree, legally agree to put a certain amount of money into renovations and stuff. So, you spend just as much as you would buying any house. And they're obviously in places where you know, it's not a super thriving town. That's why they are so low. So yeah, there's benefits to doing that if you do want to live in a nice quiet village kind of thing, because that's where most of them are. But if you want to live in the big city like I do, then it doesn't really help you out, and it's sad. There's no $1 houses in Rome. But some of them are beautiful, so if it's ever something you've been interested in, there's some cool stuff like that out there. I think less now than there used to be. Maybe $5, so it's a better deal. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not $1 or $5. It's $1 plus, you know, like 200,000 in renovations, right? So, you know. Which, I mean, could still be a really good deal if you're looking at, you know, 700,000 euro for a place in Rome, or, you know, place in a bigger city, or, you know, whatever, right? Maybe that 200, 300 is a great deal for, you know, a full house or whatever, instead of just an apartment or a condo. But yeah, it's neat, because there are some beautiful ones that I've looked at, and it's like, oh, that would be nice. But then I'd have to live there. Yeah, you know, you're just joking. Rome has an interesting history. Absolutely it does. That's why I love Rome, because it's all history. Like, everything about Rome is history, like thousands of years of it. You just walk down the street and you're like, this building is 500 years old, that building is 1,000 years old, that building is 3,000 years old, and it's like, wow. I love it so much. Oh, I don't want that to be on. There we go, 15. If you stream walking around Rome, I would watch it. I was thinking about doing that. I haven't done any, like, on location live streams, and I was kind of thinking I should, because when I lived in France, I wasn't streaming yet, and then I moved to Toronto, and then it was COVID, and so, like, it wasn't really worth, you know, I did roller skating streams and stuff right around town, but that's about it. But I feel like being in Rome, maybe I should branch into doing, like, walking around, like, vlogging style streams or vlogs or something. I haven't quite figured it out, but it's kind of been on the back of my mind, so yeah. I'm not sure how I would format it, though, because, like, as a vlog, it works well because then you can edit it, right? Like, you just edit the interesting parts into a vlog. But if you're just live streaming it, like, a lot of that is just walking around, right? And if you're just walking around constantly talking to a camera, like, that's aggravating for everyone around you, right? Like, for all the other pedestrians on the street, so you don't want to be doing that. And so it's kind of like, where's the balance here of, like, something that's maybe an interesting live stream versus something that's an interesting vlog? And yeah, if it's just walking, that's cool too, but then it's like, where am I going when I walk? Like, am I going somewhere to do something? What's happening? Yeah, you don't need to talk, just walk. Okay, that's good to hear that someone would be interested in if it was just showing what's going on. Even then, I still feel like I'd start to get self-conscious, you know, just like holding my camera up the whole time, right? Because if I'm holding it like to show what I'm, you know, what's in front of me as we walk, like, it's still very obvious that you're holding a camera, right? Rome will be speaking to the people. Yes, exactly. I super agree with that. Walking and talking to the camera is kind of anxiety-inducing. I don't mind it when I have a purpose. Like, if I'm like, hey, I'm doing this thing because for a reason, like, I'm filming for this video, or I'm filming for this, you know, whatever, live stream, etc. But that's why I'm kind of hesitating on, like, how would I make this work as a... This is not a travel stream or a travel vlog, but like a on-location stream. Yeah, but if there's a special camera set up for your chest and you just walk around and show what's in front of you, are you seriously imagining me with some sort of camera apparatus strapped to my chest walking around downtown? Like, let's be realistic here. I've still gotta look like semi-normal, or I'm not doing it. You did it in cosplay, but you didn't end up posting the video. Ah. See, that's the other thing. I also feel like when you're in cosplay, 'cause I've done a lot of cosplay in the past, I feel like at that point it's so obviously, like, for something that people kind of expect if there's a camera around. Like other people on the street like understand, like, oh yeah, there's a camera, this person's like dressed up, of course they're filming. I've actually had really good luck. I had one denim jacket that had the perfect pocket to put my phone in and the camera just stuck out. Like, do you know on, what's that movie, Her? Like, is it, who's in that movie? Scarlett Johansson plays the Her voice of the robot, but I can't remember the guy's name. Is it Joaquin Phoenix? I could be wrong on that. But yeah, he just has the phone in his pocket, and I've had good luck with that with one denim jacket, but I didn't bring that jacket with me. Who dressed up as a maiden from the Middle Ages, right? See, I would do that, but then that's a totally different stream than the vibes I have on this stream. Plus, that's a lot of work, because now you're keeping, like, a long dress from getting, like, dirty on the very dusty, dusty ground here. No, I like the ideas. No, I love the brainstorming. Because yeah, like one of the other things I've thought about doing would be more like shopping kind of vlog or live stream. Like, hey, this is, you know, what's trending right now and what's kind of cool right now and what you can find right now and what's you know, what people are wearing or what's in the shops or what's, you know, that kind of stuff, right? Long dress. You're sure you're not the only one who would watch walking around Rome? Mm-hmm. No shopping, save money. Yeah, see, that's my thing right now. I'm like avoiding spending any money right now. I'm being so careful. Because again, I'm not sure what's happening with my visa and everything, so I don't want to be wasting money. Okay, I think I figured out how to add community copies to itch.io, so that's exciting. Oh yeah, I did it. Oh, excellent. Cool. Okay, now I know how to do that. Yeah, see now the sun's like I'm like completely in the sun, so this really, it's a little late in the day to do this setup, but I knew I'd be finishing up around now anyways, so it worked out. I wouldn't want to do it past this point. But I don't know if you can see how windy it is, like that big tree in the background is just going. So the umbrella would not be happy if I had it out right now. You're trying to save money for college. That's a smart move. So far you're struggling. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, just be, my advice with college is to be really mindful of what your end goal is and as to how it makes you money. Because college will cost a lot of money and take a lot of your life. And a lot of people get degrees that never pay back in the way they think they will financially. So just make sure you understand why you're putting that money in and that it's going to be worth it. Like, I would have got a different degree if I went back and did it again. Because I feel like I wasted a lot of time on courses and a lot of money on courses that, like, did not get me to the career I thought they would. And, yeah, I have a lot of hesitation on diving whole hog into college without really understanding what your goals are and what it looks like in 5-10 years kind of thing. But I'm definitely in support of saving money and doing it. Make sure you have a really good plan for the, and also like don't do it when you're kind of like, well, I'm just trying to figure out what do I want to major in. It's like, well, don't do that for 3 years. Like, you know, do that for 1 semester and then figure it out. And otherwise stop being in college and start working again and make some money while you figure it out. But if you know what you want to do, then go for it. Do award VIP badges. I don't think I have VIP badges. I'm pretty like limited on my Twitch paraphernalia. I have some emotes now, and that's about all I have. Same from here. Got a new job from home and gotta be frugal. Yes, that's my other thing too, is that I really don't like the job I have right now, like my main job. So I've started doing a lot of freelance. Well, I've started trying to do a lot of freelance opportunities, but I hate working freelance. I hate finding clients. I hate the grind that comes with finding clients, and it drives me nuts. So I'm in this weird limbo space right now. I don't like it. Art and animation. Ah, okay. That's a good one, because the other really good benefit of college is to make connections. So my biggest advice, especially in something like art and animation, depending on what school you're at, really try to connect with all of your professors and all of your professors' friends. Like, do interviews while you're in school, you know, like try to get internships, because I know more than one person who's graduated in animation and art who really not even regretted their degree, like they liked what they learned, like they did build up their skills, but it was a lot of money and they didn't get hired in an animation job. Like they're still not working. One of my friends is still not working in an animation job, and one of my friends, she went back to school for engineering because she didn't like the jobs she could get as an artist and she wasn't getting them. So for art and animation, I would highly recommend networking. It's one of those fields where, yeah, the degree is useful, but half of the degree's usefulness is networking. So really be social. Just make a fool of yourself talking to all your professors every day after class. Because yeah, those jobs, animation industry jobs too, also can be really like exploitative, and the good ones are all about who you know. So make sure you know a lot of people. And be aware that you might work in a really crappy job to get started too, but the more people you know, the better, the faster you'll rise up into a non-exploitative job. Can you get hired by the fashion brand in Rome? I've been looking into that a little bit. There's a couple companies that I would be interested in working for. Mostly my lack of Italian holds me back at this stage, because like I said, I don't have, you know, even conversational Italian at this point. I'm still very much a beginner. So it would need to be a job that they will hire someone who primarily speaks English for, even though if I had a job that required it, I could learn Italian pretty fast, right? You just get an intensive course and you just figure it out. You're not sociable at all. See, that's the problem. A lot of artists are not. A lot of animators I've met are not sociable people. They're very much introverts. They want to stay at home and animate things, right? That's why they don't get jobs. My advice is to read and study and go on YouTube, because there's lots of advice out there on how to be sociable as someone who's not naturally sociable. And if you can even just push yourself, 50% past your comfort zone, it will pay off so much in your future. Whereas if you just be like, oh, that's not me, that's not who I am, like, that's fine, you can do it that way, but it's going to be a lot harder of a road. And I would highly recommend investing some of your time in studying those skills. Because you can fake it. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, I'm an extrovert and I love people all the time now. No, you can just pretend for a little while, right? But pretend for a little while, like for a couple years, and practice it up, because it will pay off. Do you play chess? Nope, but I do play Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I haven't played any of the new games yet, because I've been all moving and stuff. I'm so mad though. I heard there was a new Mew coming out for one of the new games, and I have a Mew for one of the old games. Which game do I have it for? I think it might be Eevee. I think Pokemon... Was that Let's Go? Whatever the one that came out with Eevee and Pikachu. That one I got a Mew in. And I love my Mew. Mew's my favorite. But I'm like, oh, I don't even have a Pokemon right now to get Mew in. And I don't even have a Switch. I didn't bring my Switch with me from Canada. So I'm like, well, there goes that. I guess I don't get a Mew this time. You play chess and it helps with your focus. Hey, Sorfabs, haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Oh yeah, my computer screen's half in sunlight now, so it's hard to see what's going on at this point. Didn't you say you need to go at 6 p.m.? Yes, I did. I'm looking up someone to raid right now. Mofocus is amazing. Study time is also great. I've rated both of them for... Actually, I don't think I've rated Mofocus in a while, but I have rated him somewhat recently. We're going to go give a raid. Those are both excellent suggestions, though. I do try to spread mine around very consciously, though. We are going to go raid Study with Yuki, who I haven't rated in ages. Double check that they're still streaming. Yeah. Oh, they just started, so that's good. All right, let's go. Yes, study time's also Italian. I love that. There's actually, I have a couple Italian study streamers, which is cool. So I like that. What am I doing? Study with Yuki. Let's go. You are very welcome. All right, thanks to everyone who's hung out with me today. I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. We are doing lots of co-working streams as well as creative streams like art and fashion design. We've got writing club coming up on Monday, that's tomorrow, and we have book club once a month as well. So give a follow and enjoy and come hang out. Also make sure you check out the Discord and all that. I hope everyone has an excellent day. I hope y'all got a lot of cool stuff done. And we will see you guys all later. I'm gonna go watch the Barbie movie. I'm so excited.